be with us today. Thank you. So I'm sure you're all aware, it's not been an easy ride for us. I met Ceci a few years ago now on a beautiful paradise island in Brazil, where we quickly fell in love. and we shortly made our way back here to England. I know that Ceci was absolutely delighted when she first laid eyes upon Hemel Hempstead. Nonetheless, she did be proud, and she worked hard at forging a new way of life for us here. It wasn't without its difficulties, and I know that there's still a few challenges ahead of us. But I truly believe we can conquer anything now, sweetheart. We have lots of people here to thank, okay? Firstly, I'd like to thank Ceci's parents. Alberto and Maria Amalia, you've been so good, and for making the 10,000-mile journey to be with us today. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support, Mary. Thank you. I promise I will take good care of your daughter, okay? I'd also like to thank my parents, Helen and Mark, A, for making Ceci so welcome here, and putting up with me while Ceci's been in Argentina. So let's face it, I wasn't the nicest person to be around during that time.
Yeah!
I'd like to thank my brothers, Matt and John, for being ushers today. Done a good job, lads, thank you.
Clap then, clap.
Next, I want to thank our 3 beautiful bridesmaids. Rachel, Sadie and Laura, for all your help today and for all the build up to the wedding. I know how much it means to Ceci to have you girls alongside, okay? And to say a little thank you, we've got a small gift for each of you. If you'd like to come and get it, please. Laura.
Sorry, I'm right in the back.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you. Here goes it. Good job. Okay. That's a huge thank you to Danny. Where's he gone? Right in front of me. Is he not? There he is.
I need a clap from him.
He gets clapped in a minute, alright. Danny is our photographer today. I think Danny was a tad nervous about this, as he's never been asked to photograph a wedding before. But thank you, mate. I mean, I'll thank you properly when I see the photos. For now, come here, mate. Oh, my God. Cheers, buddy. That means a lot. Thanks, mate. Thank you as well. Right, a special thank you goes to Nick as well. Nick, who has kindly given us his time today to drive the girls to the gatehouse earlier. I wouldn't have wished that on anyone, mate. And not just that, mate, you've helped us out so much over the last couple of years. Really appreciate it. Here's a little thank you for you as well, mate. Is it Roman? Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Where are we? Finally. I want to thank my best man. Well, thank you, Chris. Not just for today, but for the last 15 or so years that I've known you. Right? Lord only knows what you've had to endure over those years. But you've always been there, mate. Whether it's giving me a lift home late after a night out, or telling the police officer nicely I've had just one too many drinks and you'll handle it for me. Plenty of times. Plenty of times. No, but seriously, mate. Couldn't have done any of this without you, mate. You've been so good.
Where's his present?
Here's a little present for you. Thank you. I really appreciate it, mate. We both do, alright? And, well, finally, you'll be pleased to, I'm not going to do that lovey-dovey stuff about how much I love my missus.
Oh, yes you are.
Unless, of course, you understand Spanish. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate your hush for this because I am nervous. Alright? Mi linda y querida esposa, aprovecho esta oportunidad para dedicarte algunas palabras y expresar todo lo que significa para mí. Hemos pasado por tantas cosas en nuestra corta relación. Hemos sido obligados a estar separados. Nuestro amor ha sido cuestionado, haciéndonos demostrar lo que sentimos el uno por el otro. Hoy es el día en el que vencemos a esas personas, el día en el que nuestro amor brilla más que nunca. Hoy es el día en el que verdaderamente comenzamos nuestra aventura juntos, a pesar de todos los obstáculos. Hoy soy el hombre más feliz, el más orgulloso de todo el planeta. Hoy es el día en el que te puedo tener en mis brazos, llamarte mi esposa y nunca dejarte ir de mi lado. Eres mi mundo, Cecelia. Desde hoy dedico mi vida a ti. Te amo, chica. Guys, thanks again, and I really hope you enjoy your night. Now, I'd rather nervously hand over to Chris.
You saved the best till last. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and I have the privilege of serving as Phil's best man for today. An honour which has come at just one price, this speech. So for all our sakes, I promise not to take too long, because I know everyone wants to raise a glass to the happy couple today. Having known Phil for the best part of 15 years, which is longer than a life sentence in this country, I was not short of material when writing this speech. Unfortunately, a lot of it had to be censored, edited out, thrown away, or handed over to the police to help their inquiries, which has significantly reduced the scope of material at my disposal. But alas, I will endeavour to honour this wonderful man and his beautiful wife as best I can without anyone getting into too much trouble, especially me. So, Phil and I first met at school, just down the road from here at the age of 13. Never one to follow the rules, Phil was constantly getting into trouble and dragging me along with him, which to this day has not changed one bit. A rebel at heart who spent more time out of school than in it, mostly always instigated in some form of mischief. Phil has always had a cunning tact for avoiding punishment over the years, which is partly had a cunning tact. Due to his charm, the other part just natural born luck. It is his wild side, however, which has made the past 15 years memorable to say the least. Whilst at school, Phil was not the most attentive of students. We were too busy chasing girls and riding bikes. However, despite these distractions, he found his true calling in the woodshop. The only lesson we had that he didn't try to skip. He has taken this passion and cultivated it into the career he has today. A chippy whose most used tool is no more nails. And the only experienced carpenter I've ever known to struggle putting IKEA furniture together. That said, he has worked for my dad for a number of years to high acclaim, only being fired just a couple of times in that period. As an architect, we should naturally be enemies, rather than friends, as he thinks I don't understand how the world works, and I don't think he can follow instructions. Although despite this fundamental clash of opinion, we remain true friends. Over the years, I've seen Phil in many compromising situations, partially dressed, Stella in hand. Blue flashing lights in the background was not an uncommon sight in our youth. He has, however, grown up a lot since these days and has moved on to bigger and better things. Namely, his greatest accomplishment to date is convincing the lovely Cecelia to marry him. And for this, I'm sure all of his friends and family will forever be grateful to her. Yeah. As Cecelia is obviously not shy and taking on a work in progress for her husband. The happy couple started their whirlwind romance like most on a sun-drenched island in Brazil, surrounded by crystal clear water and white sandy beaches. Phil was working as a barman on the island, with Ceci just passing through on her travels. A scene almost too reminiscent of the film Cocktail. Somehow, between the watered down drinks and one-liners, Phil convinced Ceci to follow him home to England. Phil,
They've come to...
how he persuaded her to give up sunshine for rain, we will never know, but we are all thankful for it. Cecelia is beautiful, intelligent, caring, and above all else loves a challenge. Phil is that challenge. A perfect match, you could say. Just as when I saw Phil, I knew we were going to be great friends, I also knew Ceci was the right woman for him. And to Ceci, although you have your work cut out keeping him in line, you couldn't have found a better guy to say yes to. So, all joking aside, I'm proud and honoured to be able to stand here today and celebrate both my friends' marriage to one another, and thank them both for including me in such a big part of their special day. Phil, you've always done me proud as a friend over the years, and I hope I've done you justice today. And I look forward to hearing your best man speech one day when the shoe is on the other foot. And for those of you who know the hurdles they both face in arriving at this moment today, you can truly appreciate the effort and resolve it's taken. A truly great love story to get the start to a great marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, I should detain you no longer. Please raise your glass. Mr.
Very nicely done, right?
Keep the music back on then, yeah?
Thank you very much. Thank you. We have one little